Please stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time. It's time for,
This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
G'day, New Zealand.
Tell you what, Jess, they don't write them like this anymore, do they?
They sure don't, mate. Well before my time, of course, but great little ditty. Really hooks you in, doesn't it?
It does.
G'day, New Zealand. It's the 19th of April. Welcome to Daily Bhuja. This is the big Thursdee show. Loba de Noche. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Could I? What date was it?
19th.
I'm just going to think, actually, over 100 years ago now, the Titanic would have well and truly sunk by now. I think it sunk on the April the 14th.
Right, okay. I thought you were about to launch into some sort of today in history type
that
scenario,
kind of is,
but
though, isn't it?
Well, it's today in history plus another week.
I think we've got the Coast FM prep. With
Have
the
we?
I Dream of Jeannie theme song and Titanic facts.
It's working for us, though. I tell you.
Have we got some Louis Armstrong?
Well, the early ratings
vinyl
I'm seeing that are coming through now are really promising.
Absolutely. Text us 3483, by the way, if there's anything on your mind, if there's anything that you want us to discuss, and we'll discuss it. Won't we, Lee?
We certainly will. Remember, this of course is the theme to I Dream of Jeannie.
Yes.
Remember the actress in this, in the reruns, of course, Barbara Eden, I believe.
Yes, Barbara Eden. I remember it well.
Google her, people, put her in the wank bank. Certainly, I didn't mean in that sense, but she's certainly an attractive woman. She was then, of course, probably for her age now, probably not so much. But that's what happens with time.
So you're telling me that when you used to watch I Dream of Jeannie, it was an arousing experience for you?
Well, not so much then, because I was about 10 years old and it was 20 years old then. So, you know, I'm just saying, Google it.
Okay, what, recent images? Or?
No, I'd go with early images.
Okay, well, we'll take your word for it. I mean, she was a very attractive, a very good actor as well, I might add.
This program, she was dressed up as a genie, so, you know,
Oh, now I get
a lot of midriff showing this kind of stuff.
Which was very kind of risque at that sort of time. When did that show come out? 1960s? 70s?
Yeah, 66, something like that.
I'm not sure how comfortable I am with you objectifying genies.
Yeah, no, neither am I, actually. I'm not comfortable
you're
about
allowed
it
to
at all.
objectify women from the past, aren't you?
They've got magic wishes, you know.
Just because they're from the past doesn't mean that you can objectify them now.
Okay.
Too soon. Too soon. Eyes to the front, please, gentlemen. For goodness sakes.
God, you're the worst of all.
For goodness sake.
You're the worst of all of them.
Here's Blind Melon.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hauraki.
Blind Melon there on Daily Bhuja this Thursday afternoon. I don't know if you guys are getting... I don't know what's going on with the text machine at the moment, but it's not really making any sense to me. Hi, it's Dion here. I just tuned in and would like to ask where you get your information from re being born gay. There was talk about a possible gay gene years ago, so that would make you born gay. This has been proven to be incorrect. There is no gay gene. You are not born gay. Please do your research and stop making excuses for your sin. You guys getting that one?
I don't recall talking about...
Well, neither do I.
I don't actually see that on our text machine. I think you're on the wrong text machine.
What do the other texts say?
Hi, Vaughan. I love your show and love your sense of humour. I know you're a great guy, but know that
you're
Israel...
on Fetch and Vaughan there, Jace. That's your
that's-
band. I'm on...
You've got ZM
I've got
texts.
the I Dream of Jeannie tune is ripped off in the 90s by Dimples. Yes, Barbara Eden was very hot, is very hot. Now that's what we're getting here, Jace.
Oh, okay. Well, how the hell did I manage to tune into the ZM bloody text? That's just ridiculous. Can you change it for me,
I
Matt?
often wonder how you do half the things you do. I'll have a look.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good stuff. So what are they saying on our text machine?
Not
Lee
a
Hart?
lot. Not a lot.
Okay, well, we haven't really asked them to. Oh, I think we did actually ask them to.
A lot of objectifying of genies on our text machine.
Yeah, I don't know that that's totally appropriate.
Someone said, and you wonder why you have fewer female listeners. Now, look, do we need an apology for that? All I was saying was
Yes, I think you do
Barbara
need to.
Eden was attractive. That's all. Shoot me for that.
Well, you said it a little bit more explicitly than that.
I'm hardly Israel Folau, am I, for saying that?
Well, some people would argue it was a bit Israel Folau-ish.
Really?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I got taken to task today in a bloody service station by a woman saying it wasn't okay for us to make jokes about the Bible, that the Bible was a sacred text and it's not a place for making fun of, and it means a lot to a lot of people, and I was standing in the bloody service station going, for God's sake. Well, not for goodness sakes. I'm not at work at the moment. Can you maybe text that into me later on when I'm doing the show?
Couldn't she have just said, do you have flybys or something like that and just get it over and done with?
Well, exactly.
It also says that giving birth to a daughter makes you unclean for 66 days, apparently.
The Bible does.
Yeah, it says a lot of ridiculous crap in it.
We're not going to go to the Bible, are we?
Did you run into Leviticus today or something?
Well, I don't know who she was, but
Good name for a band, wouldn't it? Leviticus.
Yeah, that's a great name for a band.
I thought of a good name for a band. Yeah, the other day we were talking about Toad in the Hole.
Yeah.
Good name for a band, eh?
What about Testament?
That sounds very religious.
No, that sounds like a heavy metal band.
Sounds like
Testament.
Sounds like a song Creed would write.
Exactly.
Sounds
Or an
terrible.
album name from Creed. Incidentally, news shortly coming up on, we've got tickets to give away to a Creed concert. Creed are touring here very shortly, and we'll be giving away, I think we've got 10 free tickets to give away to that, haven't we?
10,000, I think.
You're just saying whatever's coming out of your head at the moment?
Submarines, operator, please put me back on the line.
The Black Keys there on Daddy Bhuja Thursday afternoon. Nice to have your company in New Zealand. Thanks for all the texts that have come through on 3483. And don't forget, of course, at any stage you can call us on 0800 Hodeki if there's anything you want to talk about or get off your mind, Lee Hart.
That's right. And if you want to go in the draw for the Big Three Getaway Creed concert, you get to go to all three Creed concerts. One in Sydney,
So
one in Auckland, and one in Christchurch, is the man.
I think it's Dunedin, isn't it?
Dunedin,
I think
okay.
they're getting a mural, right?
You and three mates get to go to all three Creed concerts.
They're actually
Text
painting.
now.
They're painting over the Ed Sheeran mural with a Creed mural in Dunedin.
Nice. So text 3483 now. Let us know if you want to go in the draw for that.
Well, you'd be into that, wouldn't you? You're a huge Creed kind of fan. So I'm sorry. This is really exciting. This whole thing is fantastic. Did that happen today? Did it?
Yeah, it just happened about 10 minutes ago.
What did they just announce that they're going to be doing a tour and
Yep.
they're going to be doing 3 venues? Oh, okay. And Hodeki's jumped on board and we're giving away a prize to all 3. That's
No, to be honest with you, I just thought if we could get enough interest for it, I'd let them know they'd come and do the tour.
I'm pretty sure they're not busy. They'd probably be keen.
right. Okay. I don't want to put my foot in it here because I have a habit of doing that. But are they all still,
Lead singer's still alive, as far as I'm aware.
are they of this world? All the band members?
As far as we know, Jace, yeah.
Okay. And well, I think that's a bloody great idea, mate. Maybe we should have cleared it with Bogsy first, though.
Is there any chance of getting Creedence rather than Creed?
CCR.
Yeah.
I'll look into that as well. God, as if I don't have enough to do. Let's show.
You know what really gets my goat?
I can only imagine, Jace, but tell us.
Had a voiceover to do today, running late, had to look after my daughter and sort her out, blah, 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 blah. Get in the car, go to zip into town, no bloody petrol in the car. I didn't use it last. My wife used it last. Comes home, leaves it there, not an ounce, not a skerrit of petrol in it. So I'm hooning down, going, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Look down, there's no petrol. I have to pull over, go and get petrol. Then I get harangued by the woman in the service station telling me I shouldn't make fun of the Bible. That's my start to the
don't go
day.
down that story again. But now look, you were ranting before off air about women, weren't you? Saying
No,
that,
I wasn't ranting about
you were
woman
saying they
off
never
air.
put petrol in the car. You said.
No, I said I hate it when people don't put petrol in the car after they've used
But
it.
then you started using about 3 or 4 woman examples, and we've talked about this before. But I always thought they need like a fuel buddy sort of system. So when you get in the car, you've got to, when you set your license and all that sort of stuff, you've got to prove you can put petrol in it. That's part of going for your license. The first thing you do, you've got to show the instructor
that you can fill it up
actually
with
do
petrol.
it.
Yeah, good point.
And if it's getting really low, like you're on 0 for X amount of Ks, before you pull in, it'll actually spray petrol out of the steering wheel into your face, or some sort of dye or something. It needs to get some sort of
Reaction.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad idea. Just think we need to be really conscious of our Instagram at the moment. The 80-20 split. Mm-hmm. Maybe try and turn that into a 70-30 by the end of the show.
Now 90-10.
I'd say it's about a 90-10 split at the moment.
Yep.
I want to say a lot of people do that with the petrol. You're one of the worst, Lee Hart. I've borrowed your car a number of times.
so
Every
have I.
time
Oh,
it's
hey, bloody
empty.
egos.
Every time.
All right, so you borrowed my car and you expect it to be full of petrol.
Yes. Guns N' Roses there, 6 minutes 30. If it wasn't Guns N' Roses, we wouldn't allow that normally, Lee Hart. That's well beyond the acceptable length of time for a commercial radio song.
Yes, but I suppose it is Thirsty Thursday and anything goes, some might say.
Indeed. Someone's texted in, Jace, I bet you're an 8 entrees, no mains type of fella.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You'd definitely be one of those guys at the end of a restaurant when they're splitting it up. You'd be going, hey, I didn't have any entrees. I didn't have that.
Well, actually, this guy's nailed me perfectly, actually, because I prefer to have a series of small meals as opposed to one massive meal. Because the problem with getting a main only is that often the main can be really crap. But if you get eight entrees, there's a chance that you'll find something good amongst the 8 dishes.
Have you been to Spain, Jace?
Yes, I have.
Did you enjoy it there?
No, I haven't, actually. I lied.
Well, you should go because tapas are
Tapas, yeah, I love the tapas.
Yeah, but the problem there is you go with a group, Jace, once again.
Oh, here we go.
And what will happen, the average just say an entree's $20 and a main's $40, just say round numbers. You'll have 8 entrees, which is $160. Everyone else will have an entree and a main, maybe $60, and the bill will be split evenly between all the people.
Yeah, but let's
and you'd probably still complain and say, I didn't have the bread.
Yes, fair point, but let's factor in, though, your 15 beers and 3 bottles of Chardonnay.
Well, you don't want to go down that road.
3 bottles of Chardonnay and 15 beers.
Nothing worse than someone at a restaurant that goes, well, I only had 2 ones, and he had about 8. Well, that's their problem.
I don't do that at all.
And it's not like you can argue that because you can't remember if you've had 8. He's steamed.
Yeah.
So
you probably ate less if you're drinking that much.
Yeah, sometimes. Now listen, this Friday, Saturday and Sunday at 4:20, you can watch Super Troopers 2. It's on at the same time in cinemas all around New Zealand. Everyone's favourite law enforcement team is back by popular demand with the long-anticipated follow-up to the cult comedy classic. We've got double passes to give away. Give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki.
I'd say everybody's favourite law enforcement team after Speedo Cops, I would say.
Yeah.
Very close second, though.
Actually, it'd be good to do a bit of Speedo Cops again, don't you think?
Yeah.
Inspector Reeves.
Why do you think I'm going to the gym?
Oh, right, okay. Is that to get back into your Speedos?
I'm sure I could get into the Speedo still. That's not my problem.
It's just what's hanging over the Speedo.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Let's go to the phone lines. G'day, mate.
Yeah, how's it, mate?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Who are we speaking to?
Sam.
Sam, you'd be keen to go and see this movie, yes?
Yeah, 100%.
Great news for you then, Sam. We'll give you a couple of tickets just like that. Boom.
Ah, fantastic.
No worries, man.
Simple radio.
Beautiful stuff. Stay on the line, Sam. Our good mate Tom will sort you out in Studio B. Thanks for listening. Have a great afternoon.
Have you heard back from Simple FM?
No.
Nothing from them?
No, I thought it was all go, and then it's just gone dead. You know what I mean? What's that about? I did go back with a bit of a higher demand re the money side of things.
Yes.
And so
That's
maybe...
natural.
Yeah. You got to play your cards.
You're a top DJ.
True. Here's Foo Fighters.
Rock it!
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart. It's Bhuja on Radio Hodaki.
Foo Fighters there on Daily Bhuja this Thursday afternoon. Now, if you're in Auckland tomorrow, Lee Hart, we're having a bit of a special show, aren't we? Whereabouts is it, Matt?
Thanks for asking, Jace. It's going to be at Brew on Quay, which is down sort of by the port in Auckland, just around the
not
corner
far from the Spark Arena,
Spark
really,
Arena,
just a block or so away.
Okay, cool.
On the corner there. And it'll be good. We're going to do the show from there, aren't we? We're going to do the show live?
Yeah, we are. So let's hope there's going to be some punters down there that we can say g'day, mate, to, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And then after that, big interview for us, boys. I'm looking forward to it. Before the Killers gig.
Yeah, what's the latest with that, Matt? Has that been confirmed yet? When, where?
Just awaiting confirmation, but at this rate, apparently it's looking good. We're going to go backstage, have a chat to the fellas before they go on stage at around 8 p.m.
Personally, I couldn't think of anything worse than having to do an interview when I'm about to go and do a gig, if you know what I mean. That would be a real pain in the ass. Yes, with 2 knobhead DJs who want to be wacky and crazy.
Well, thank God it's with us then.
Exactly.
Now, look, so that's going to be a great show. That's tomorrow night. So if you're going to the Killers concert, or even if you're not, come along to the Brew on Quay.
Brew on Quay.
And have a beer and a chinwag. Exciting.
You're going to put your credit card on the bar,
no,
eh?
not after what happened to Nelson, no.
Right. Yeah, no, fair call.
Got the bill for that yet?
No, I haven't.
Have you explained it to your wife yet?
I shan't be paying it.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, but we would love to see you, so make sure you get down there if you are in the area tomorrow evening. Beautiful.
That's right. Coming up, I'm going to be talking about the food show.
Cool.
Is that why you brought the salamis and the cheeses and stuff
Yeah.
in today? Were you at the food show?
I said the food show.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. Love a bit of food chat.
Knew that food came with some sort of.
Well, it's just, it's nice to, talk about food.
Always. This is Bhuja.
Daily Bhuja with KFC. Get your fella a Zinger mozzarella burger.
Fat Boy Slim there on Daily Bhuja this Thursday afternoon. I still haven't changed over my text machine from the ZM. It's bloody interesting, though,
Well, you don't.
reading another station's text.
So are they real-time texts coming to them while they're on air?
Yeah.
How's their show going?
Well, like any show, I suppose, that's sort of good and bad. People that love it, people that don't love it so much.
Now,
People that...
the main reason that you haven't switched over, what's that? Is that because you don't actually know how to?
Why don't you type back to people that are abusing them about stuff and go, well, why didn't you listen to Bhuja then?
Hey, that's a great idea.
Not a bad option.
And then we can slowly get people over here.
That is a genius idea, in fact.
Of course it is. Now, look, I was at the food show today.
Yes, you were.
And yesterday, briefly. If you don't know what that is, it's a big food show. Everybody puts their wares out there. And
So it's kind of like a show with food.
show with food. And there could be cheeses, you name it, all over the place. And I was there with Hellas doing, looking at stuff. And they've got a lot of new stuff. What do you think of that salami, man? New pepperoni salami.
Very nice.
Beautiful, isn't
Very
it?
nice, yeah.
Beautiful.
You guys have been bloody...
Beautiful.
You've eaten the whole tube there.
Well, it's a small tube.
Well, I don't know. It's a pretty hefty tube. And,
Tom had some.
well, yeah, he had a piece. You ever notice with Tom that he doesn't turn down any food?
Who doesn't?
If there's any kind of food going, Tom will eat it.
Why would you?
Hey?
That's right. And also, this blue cheese here, Matt.
Oh,
You bit of
yeah.
this, Jace,
Yes.
this
Beautiful.
that Whitestone. This is that cheese. Remember, I saw on TV a while back. It's blue cheese, Shenley Station Blue from Whitestone. It's that one they got. They found the special. What do you call that? The mold. They found it. Where did they find that? A special mold strain, really rare. That's normally only found in
Like
France.
under a rock or something? Or
Yeah, where did they find it? I've got a little thing
in a
on it.
yogurt?
No, it was on a farm. It's really rare in New Zealand. They found it.
So what? Someone goes around looking for a special kind of mould, do they?
Okay, here we go.
Imagine having that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original strain was in the caves in south of France, and they started looking the limestone caves in North Otago, etc., etc. After 6 or so samples, we had no luck. Eventually, they 6 months, blah blah. You never guess what.
You're not
We've
reading
got
this,
some of this from a farmer's hay bale in Fairlie. All right, so in a farmer's hay bale, they found this mold, which was the same as the mold that they need that was growing in caves in France.
This is the weirdest thing, I often think about, how food comes to be because someone at some point is going to have to eat it. So someone's gone around and gone, look at this interesting little bit of mould. Let's chuck that in a cheese.
It would have happened by mistake originally.
Yeah.
But in the process, the cheese making process hundreds of years ago, that's how blue cheese would have come about. But now they've done it. But this Whitestone cheese, it's called Shenley Station Blue. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is very nice.
God, it's a fascinating backstory as well.
Yeah, what a amazing
Well, I didn't
story
really
that
do it
was.
justice. I mean, Jack Tame probably would have done that better. But what I'm saying is it's amazing. It's a penicillin variety of mould that goes in the
Most
cheese.
moulds are, I
Is that
think.
why my mouth's numb?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you probably got a flu or something, you could probably eat a bit of this cheese and it would sort you out.
Or just suck on the actual strain of whatever it is.
Might get Simon Berry from Whitestone. I know him. He's down there. See if he can send the whole range of cheeses up for us. We can have a bit of a cheese special.
Yeah, the only problem with that is last time we did that, I got gout.
Hey, I got some herbs given me today as well. Guess who from?
Who?
Lee Stensonis.
Oh, the old All Black.
Superb herbs.
Primal Screen there on Daily Bhuja. We've been getting some very interesting feedback today. Lee Hart, read the music on Radio Hodaki. We always take that on board, by
Yes,
the
we
way,
do.
and we pass it on to Stu Backerman. And I can tell you that the Bhuja boys, generally speaking, agree with what the majority of you say about the music. So that's good news. That's good
Yes,
news.
we were on the same boat there. I'd like to do a radio station that had a no repeat every day.
Absolutely.
So every day, you'd only hear the song, any song, past, present, or even future song, once.
Sounds like a good plan
Then
to
the
me,
next
mate.
day you may hear it again, but once a day. At most twice.
Yeah, sounds good. Now listen, someone's written in French blue cheese black backstory. Shepherd was waiting in a cave in France for his lover with sheep milk and a loaf of bread. The lover never turned up. So, can you finish your text, please? Because I want to know what happened next as in terms of the blue cheese. Or do I want to know what happened next? I'm not sure.
Obviously some sort of comedy of errors there.
What's happening with Name That Tune? Because, of course, we normally do it now at 4:53.
What I was thinking about that, I like to mix it up a little bit.
Yes.
I don't like to be predictable, and I thought, you know what? I want to hear the news, see what's in the news, see if it inspires me.
Okay.
Then I might do it after the news. But I'm feeling a rock classic in my bones.
Okay.
I don't know how to play it, but if I concentrate long enough, I'm sure I could channel it and bring it to our listeners.
Where is it right now? Is it deep in your loins?
It's deep down there, and I think I can play it. I'll pick up the guitar in a moment. I'll tinker around, and who knows, I might be able to do something. And I'll probably start off with it goes a little something like this, and then play it exactly the same as it was originally.
Right. Well, because usually you like to put a bit of a variation on it. I don't know that it's normally intentional, but no, it sounds good, mate. You can't go past the classics, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'll go a step further than that.
Yes.
And text 3483 if you agree with me. I think we play it out.
Yes.
So Tom, get ready to lock the studio door. Make sure we've got everything in here we need. Beers, the rest of that blue cheese.
Is there any more salami?
And maybe some salamis.
Actually,
and
while you're there, Tom, could you go and maybe go to the dairy and get some more crackers? Because we're totally out of crackers at the moment. I love the cheese and the salami, but I would need a cracker.
Yeah, but that's because
the onion soup and the old reduced cream as well.
You keep eating the crackers without the salami. That's why we're out of quota there.
Well, you know,
ratio.
I'm watching my calorie intake. That's all.
Well, they're carbs.
Yeah,
for God's
we're having a lock in though. We're going to have a lock in. You're gonna, lock in.
This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Yes, it is indeed. Thanks for listening this Thursday afternoon. Now, we're very excited about this next piece. Of course, it's very much part of the Daily Bhuja fabric, really. And it is, of course, Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
Yeah, thanks, Jace. And thanks, Matt, as well, although you didn't chime in there.
Were you inferring that it's sort of a stain on the fabric, or it is the fabric itself?
Oh, it's just there.
It's the very fabric, I think.
Very fabric, not a stain.
It's actually the material that makes the fabric. It's the raw materials that goes into the fabric.
It's the mould that makes the Bhuja blue cheese.
That's what made me think it was a stain if there's mould.
No, it is the cheese.
Anyway, here it is. Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
Am I doing the sing again?
Yeah, do it again. You'd be good with stains, I imagine, Maddie. You strike me as, because you clean your shoes. I imagine that you'd have all the recipes for getting rid of
Well,
stains.
it's easier to clean your shoes than just buy a new pair when they get all tatty.
Right, okay.
Bit of nappy sand in a bucket.
Yeah, now look, a lot of people often text in and they say, "Hey Lee, I love Name That Tune. God, you're good. But can you play something,
Do they?
maybe not from the
Never seen
60s or the
I
70s,
haven't
maybe
seen
something from the 80s or the 90s or something more contemporary,
Oh, okay.
and maybe something in the rock genre?" And my answer is seldom the same, but often I'll say, yeah, why not?
Do you say genre?
Yes.
It's genre, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's genre.
Genre.
Not genre.
You
Not
say
Jonra. It's not genre. It's genre.
Genre.
Oh, what's the word that Jace does that he says it wrong every time, but I never say anything, and now I'm trying to think of it.
Arctic monkeys?
Arctic.
Look,
Anyway, it's time now for Lee Hart's Name That
I'm not
Tune.
doing it again.
I don't need it again. Here we go, kids. And to tell you what, lock the studio, Tom, as I said, we're playing this sucker out. Here we go. Tricky. One more time.
If you can name that tune, New Zealand, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodak. He'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, here's Basement Jacks. Basement Jacks there on Daily Bhuja this Thursday afternoon. Before that, of course, we had Lee Hart's Name That Tune, and what a doozy it was, Lee.
was it
Recap
again?
then.
Was
Quick
it?
recap.
What a cracker.
Here we go.
Okay, let's go to Gary in Auckland. G'day, mate.
G'day,
G'day, mate.
You're a cameraman, Gary.
Yeah, and one of my big ambitions in life is to shoot Moon TV. I loved that show.
bring it
and
back.
I would love to
Bring
shoot
it
that
back.
show.
Whereabouts are you based?
Mate. Auckland.
Oh, nice. Okay, well,
Well, we have to
keep in
get
touch,
on it.
Gary. Yeah.
Well, like we were saying before, I think it's time to bring back the Speedo Cops, because imagine the storyline advancement we could have, with Inspector Reeves, where Reeves is at now, where your character's at,
Yep.
Hernandez.
The good thing about that show, remember all the camera crew as well, the cameramen, they all had to wear Speedos and that as well, didn't they?
They did,
Just
yeah.
so we felt more comfortable.
Totally. Would you be okay with that, Gary?
Totally, guys. That was classic stuff, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Excellent.
Oh,
Classic
thanks for
TV.
saying, mate. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Now, Gary, can you name that tune?
I think I can. I think it is Love Removal Machine.
By
What do you think?
what band?
What was their name? Damn it. Love Removal Machine. They had a whole bunch of songs and they all sound exactly the same. Oh, no.
Green Day?
I can't remember. no, yeah, Green Day.
No, look,
Removal Machine.
I'm going to stop you there anyway. Unfortunately, you're wrong, but when you hear it, you might be kicking yourself. But nice try, mate.
Sorry,
and keep in
Gary.
touch. Send us a text. We'll get your details.
Good on you, Gary. Thanks, mate. Let's go to Alicia in Christchurch. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How's Christchurch today, Alicia?
Oh, it's been a beautiful day.
Yeah, I heard that, actually. I heard it was a cracking day in Christchurch.
From who?
From a lot of people, Matt.
Who? Name
a
one.
lot of friends.
Name one.
Andy.
Alicia,
Yes.
do you travel out to the airport in Christchurch much at all, or whereabouts are you based?
I'm over in the city central, but I have been out to the airport and watched a few planes take off.
Yeah. What do you make of that huge sort of silver, aluminium kind of structure overpass thing?
Yep, it's different.
Certainly is. Money well spent, or what?
Oh, yeah, no, the taxpayers will be well proud of that.
Yeah,
So,
it's curious, isn't it? It's interesting. Anyway, I digress.
Don't feel bad. Dunedin did a mural of Ed Sheeran, so...
Wouldn't have cost this much, I tell you.
Now, Alicia, can you name that tune?
would it be Don't Fear the Reaper by the Blue Oyster Cult?
Another great song. Look, I'm afraid, once again, you are wrong. But thank you.
Sorry about that, Alicia, but thanks for listening.
you, Jane.
You have a great
Okay,
afternoon.
You too.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Stephen in Hokitika. Stephen, g'day, mate.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Stephen. How are you?
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Sun's shining for a change.
Yeah,
Always good
great.
when the sun shines down here on the west coast.
Oh, you can't beat it, mate.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, Stephen. All right, mate, I've got a feeling about you. I've got a sort of vibe that you're going to get this right. Can you name that tune, Stephen?
Being a lover of hard rock and heavy metal, it's, I think it's She Sells Sanctuary by the Cult. Would it be right?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you crank your stereo to the max and enjoy the song, because you're a winner, and we're going to play it out. Stay on the line. Go to Tom. He's going to chuck the prize cabinet at you.
Oh, cheers.
Well
No
done,
worries.
mate.
Good on you,
stuff.
Stephen.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much. Love your work, by the way.
Thanks, mate.
If you're in a car right now, crank your stereo, why don't you?
This bit here.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, the Cult.
And
Beautiful.
that does take me back.
It does take me back too, actually. Good times.
Good times.
Can I ask you a question, lady?
Yeah, mate.
If you were given the opportunity of being known as the greatest guitarist of all time in history, but you only got to live to be 32, would you take that?
So I'd have a year to live.
I just mean, say you were like 25,
Okay.
and you had the opportunity of being being known and remembered as the greatest guitarist of
Yep.
all time, but the catch is you only get to live to be 32.
So Jimi Hendrix-ish.
Yes,
Even
yes.
though he died when he was 27.
Well, I'm going to have to say, if you asked me that question when I was 20, I might have said yes, because you'd be stupid and ballsy and you're naive. Now I'd say no. I don't think I'd take that
Okay.
option. How about yourself? If you could be known as the greatest actor of all time,
Or poet, James K. Baxter.
the Laurence Olivier of of film, acting.
I'd be
But-
seriously. I don't know.
But dead at 40. Would
Wow.
you take it?
It's still another good 5 years away from me, but yeah. Well, there's something to be said about doing something extraordinary in a lifetime.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? There's something to be said about that, but I don't know myself, actually. Probably not, no.
It'd be nice to split the difference, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And
But-
go like 75 instead of 90 or 68.
Exactly. Now, listen.
What if you could be Oscar Wilde, Jason, and sort of, but you'd die on a boat as a recluse? Is that what happened to him?
No, he died in a hotel room in Paris
As a recluse.
from syphilis.
Go on.
Then he basically exploded,
Would you?
and he was shunned for the last...
Spontaneous human combustion.
No, because the syphilis had grown inside him. He basically combusted.
Good lord.
But he was a very sad and lonely man. at
I
the
had
end
an
of his
aunt
life.
who
It was
died
a sad
from
story.
spontaneous human combustion.
Did you?
Yeah.
It wasn't the uncle. Oh, no, it was an aunt, because you had an uncle that also... Didn't he get his jandals or something?
Oh, he was wearing Crocs at a hungy.
Oh, that's right,
And,
yeah.
It got too hot, the ground, and his feet caught on fire. And
His Crocs went for poof.
and then he fell over, and there was a gas barbecue. The whole thing. Yeah, it's a long story.
Some would
but-
say that's just karma for wearing Crocs.
I'm just intrigued. So, how did your auntie... So, what auntie was this?
Which one? The one that
combusted.
or the
self-combusted.
wife of the guy with the Crocs?
No. Oh, she combusted as herself.
No, she didn't.
Right, but who was the auntie that...
She died in a skydiving accident.
Who was the auntie that died by self-combusting?
Biddy.
Auntie Biddy.
Was
Yeah.
that at the hungy?
No. Years later.
And
Years
where
later.
was Auntie Biddy
Unbedded-
when she self-combusted?
She was making a chili con carne. She was in the kitchen staring at it, I think. The next thing, there was an explosion, and her husband went in there, and all that was left was a pair of shoes
Biddy shoes.
Like
and
Crocs?
some ashes and stuff. And the chili con carne, of course, was still there on the element.
So
But-
your Auntie Biddy, was she your auntie or a great auntie?
Well, auntie through marriage.
Okay, she was your auntie through marriage. So was there any... Like, she literally... Because often when you combust, there's body parts left.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't much for them to go on. It was definitely her, and that they've got no explanation for it. How that could have happened. I actually had another aunt who was related to her who sort of partly spontaneously combusted.
Who was related to Auntie Biddy?
Yeah, and she was a tap dancer, and she was tap dancing, went and she was doing really fast stuff, and her feet exploded.
Yeah, well, often you can get that static electricity going through your tapping. You know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
clicking, like my uncle Reuben, my cousin Reuben used to do.
The main,
Give you some
issue
real
there,
heat.
the main issue there was the guy she was tap dancing with, her partner, this guy, the dance partner, the taps from her shoes, you know, if you know tap dancing shoes,
Yes.
those little steel taps.
Yes, I do.
They flew off her shoes and sort of embedded themselves in his head.
And they were on fire. They were burning.
I presume so. This is back in about 1926, Jason.
So what was that auntie's name?
I might have to check up on that one. It might have been Relma. Great Auntie Relma.
Was
Hell of
that
an answer.
what nationality's that? Relma.
It's Kiwi.
Oh, so it's a Kiwi name, Relma.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's from Otago. Hey, there's a concert coming up.
Hey, look. I'll do that next. This is some top class radio. Matty, cut them off and play song.
Well, we're going to talk about that concert because we're playing the song.
Oh, right, the Arctic
Hey,
Monkeys.
someone texted in, you know, a scenario, would you die young and get all your fame? Remember that you have a profound impact on your kids' lives, and arguably, that's more important.
Yeah, good call.
Good point.
That's why I went, no, I wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
saying that's what I said too.
So
yeah.
details on this gig next then.
Yeah, we'll do the details on this gig next.
Arabella's got some interstellar gator skin boots.
Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it.
Dave Dobbin there on Daily Bhuja. He says hi, by the way. Bumped into Dave.
Dave?
Yeah.
Nice. Where'd you see him?
Just down in Newlyn.
Okay, was he doing that?
Shopping,
was he?
Yeah, doing a bit of shopping, I think.
He likes that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes to have a bit of a shop, does Dave Dobbin. Now, listen, someone's texted in Lee Hutt and said, was that Lee's auntie...
talking about Relma.
Relma, I believe, who was married to Gerald.
Yeah, you're right. Who said that?
Well, there's some guy that texted that in.
Yeah, that's right. Relma and Gerald. I remember you used to say, should we go around to Relma and Gerald's for dinner?
Because they used to do great Barbies, didn't they?
That's
Old
the sort of
Ralma
thing.
and
Ralma
Gerald.
and Gerald. Great, interesting couple. They had their faults. She was incredible.
Well, they combusted for a start. Oh, no, she didn't.
Well,
she only half combusted.
No, only her feet combusted, but she was incredibly musical. She used to play piano by ear, which was no mean feat for a deaf person. You know what I mean? She couldn't hear.
Pun.
Yeah, so she literally...
Felt the vibrations,
Yes,
maybe?
yes.
Okay.
But she was a flawed character. Gerald was good. He was salt of the earth. Ralma was...
What did he do?
As a job?
Yeah.
I'll come back to him. But I remember Ralma. She, as I say, she's musical, but she was flawed. She wasn't a nice person. She was old. She was incredibly racist, actually.
Oh, no.
Ralma. She had a piano, and you know what? She took all the black keys off it. She just had white keys on it.
Deary me.
Playing by ear, deaf, and you have to go around there and do sing songs and stuff. It's
I'm
horrible.
pretty sure Buddy Gerald wouldn't have put up with that, would
No,
he?
Gerald. No, that's why he left her.
Right, okay. Because she took the black keys off the piano,
Well, that was part of it.
and because she had no legs.
It was all building up to it. No, she did that with skates on her feet.
On May 11th, the Arctic Monkeys released the most anticipated album of 2018, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. Radio Hodaki are giving you the chance to head to an exclusive sold-out album launch gig at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles the weekend before it's released. You'll be one of the first in the world to hear the new tunes. Text Arctic and your details to 3483 now for you and a mate to go on the draw to see Arctic Monkeys performing their classic bangers and new tracks.
Amazing how many people can't spell Arctic.
I know.
It's bloody
I
hard
know.
to say too, by the way, Arctic.
Even harder to spell, apparently.
Yeah. So go on, do that. You could go to Los Angeles and watch them play.
You've probably got a good chance if you actually spell it right. The amount of people texting in Arctic or Attic.
Yeah, but we're not the spell police, are we?
Well, we are, because you've
If you
got to get the
enter-
spelling right to enter.
I see. Okay.
To get into the...
By the way, Arctic Monkeys Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino pre-sale on now, online from hodaki.co.nz and
How'd
at
you
all
know
good
that?
retailers. What's that?
How'd you know that?
Mate, I'm a top musicologist, for God's sake, Matt. Of course I knew that. Is Auntie Ralma still alive?
No, died a couple of years ago now.
Okay. Peacefully?
Not really, no.
What about Gerald? Is he still alive? Your
Yeah,
Uncle
Gerald is still kicking around.
Oh, okay. Well, you said he was a big, solid fella.
Yeah, he was. No, he's Gerald. He was good. He's into his sports and stuff. And he's a hell of a...
I imagine Gerald is a bloody good league player.
Gerald, he's better off without Ralma.
How did she die?
Well, I don't like Ralma now that you told me all about
How
it.
did she die? How didn't she die? More like it. God, she went through a lot. More on that shortly, but I'll give you an update on that in a moment, all right?
Alice in Chains there on Daily Bhuja this Thursday afternoon. A lot of people wanting to find out a little bit more about your Uncle Gerald.
Yeah, why are people so fascinated by this stuff?
I don't know. By the way, the word that Matt remembered I said wrong was racist.
Racist.
It's racist.
It's racist,
With a
apparently.
C, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Racial, but racist.
Racist, not racist.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Gerald.
What do they want to know?
Well, they want to know because you said he was quite an interesting guy. He did all sorts of stuff, and they wanted to know what his work was, all that sort of thing.
Well, he did all sorts of stuff. He sort of went slightly insane in his, more recent years. He claimed to have invented the puffer jacket. You know, those puffers?
Yeah, I know what a puffer jacket is, yeah. I mean, we're in a radio station. That's what we all get puffers when you do radio. Why
Yeah.
is that?
I don't get one.
But so what? He said he invented them.
Yeah.
Okay, and did he not invent them?
I don't know. We don't know. He claimed a lot of things. We just don't know these things. But after...
What, so he just claimed that he invented the puffer jacket?
Yeah. It'd be like you, really. He'd sit there and have a rant. You'd see people wearing puffer jackets. I came up with that. This sort of guy, anything. You name it. But once Ralma died, he calmed down a bit, and I think his life was better for it.
But I thought he left Ralma.
Yeah, but still, he's connected to her.
Right, yeah, okay. How did Ralma die?
That's interesting, actually. Ralma. Oh, how do I describe it? Laundries.
Yes.
In the old days, those old laundry washing machines, Ringer, The old wringer wash machine.
Oh, right, that you'd feed the clothes
Yeah,
through
so
and
you
you
wash
just
it,
sort of...
and then when you wring it out,
Yeah, squeeze out
clothes
the
go through
moisture.
that kind of ugly-looking contraption.
Oh, yeah, they were full on.
Right, yeah, those things, those wheels, those ringers, basically.
Wow.
So she was there doing her laundry,
Putting stuff in the ringer.
putting stuff through the ringer, and the
Yeah.
roof collapsed.
The what?
The roof collapsed on the laundry, on top of her. Killed her instantly. Bang. Just like that.
Was she wearing her
Still
roller
another load
skates?
to go, hey?
Was she wearing her skates when she died?
We don't know. But the thing is, and then they, obviously there's a funeral there. As I say, she wasn't the nicest person in the world. Not a lot of people showed up to that.
Oh, right, because she was a racist.
No, mainly because there was a typo in the death section of the paper. Had the wrong address on it. And so everyone else went to the other St. Mary's, I suppose, instead of St. Peter's church. A few people there. Gerald was there.
What, at St. Mary's or St. Peter's?
Oh, he was at the actual funeral.
Oh, right.
Wasn't many others.
Okay.
But, dare say, a lot of people wouldn't have shown up anyway. She wasn't the nicest person in the family.
No, not at all by
Realmer.
the sounds of it.
Old Realmer, yeah.
She sounds bloody awful, to be honest with you.
Bit of a witch.
Oh, Green Day!
Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, and the Bhuja Hawk. Till 7 tonight on Radio Hodaki.
Beck there on Bhuja.
That's for all the people that may not have heard that song today at some point.
Now, listen, can I just simplify my question to you then? Would you rather be a great guitarist or a great lead singer?
Yeah. Well, I'm probably a great lead singer. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because they're generally the front men. What about you, Matt?
Go for the glory, eh?
Yeah, the
So
front.
much that.
Or would you
You
rather
could,
be
you
a
could learn
great...
guitar and easy enough, and
Would you rather be a great performer or a great songwriter?
right, you want all the fame and the glory, or
Or do you
want
want to go behind the scenes, be the guy that writes the hits?
You couldn't have both. Like,
Well, you could, obviously, but I'm saying in this particular scenario, you can't. You either write the hits or you perform the hits.
that's a very tough question.
I'd write the hits.
I'd perform them.
Yeah, you're a bit of a show pony, aren't you, Matt? See the way you preen around
So
the
I'm kind of
place?
used to doing both.
Your
And I
tight
enjoy
t-shirts
both.
and shiny shoes. Sorry, what?
I'm kind of used to doing both. Well, not so much the music, but with the.
You didn't answer
The
whether
TV
you'd
and
be
stuff.
whether you'd be Oscar Wilde.
Well, no, because he had a massively tragic life in the end. And the last 2 years of his life were massively depressing. He just floated around Paris begging,
But
basically.
his poetry didn't get ripped up by his ex-girlfriend.
No, that's true. But he stopped writing about 10 years previous to that. He was ruined by Lord Alfred Douglas, his gay lover, who ruined his life, basically.
He ruined him.
He ruined him, yeah. Not because he was gay. Well, it was back in those days, of course.
Yeah, it was
with
illegal.
It was illegal.
Is that who gave him syphilis?
No. But I don't know who gave him syphilis. I don't think
Why
it was
are we
him.
talking about Oscar Wilde?
Oh, well, because
in this
Matt brought
section?
it up, saying, would I be Oscar Wilde? But he did have a great life, and he was a brilliant man. But in the end, it was just horrifically tragic.
I think the basic question, and all you're saying is, would you rather have a shorter, fulfilled, full life, or a long, boring, tedious life? Because
Well-
most of us are living something in between, aren't we?
Yes, I think
And
that's
then you got
fair.
a few people that are on the extremes. The perfect life would be a long life, which is amazingly fulfilled, like Great Uncle Kenny.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Most people don't quite do that.
Basically, a long life where hangovers don't exist.
Yeah, well, one hangover just goes to the next one, next party.
Well, life is all ups and downs, isn't it? It's never going to be just an up all the time. That's just how it is.
But it depends what you take.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
true.
the message for today for our Bhuja listeners, Jace? From Jace? Life's full of ups and downs, and
If you,
do you want to round that off?
you're taking uppers.
Enjoy the good times.
Because they won't always last.
Yeah, because you'll go down again. I tell you what, the bad times they'll pass. I promise you that. But so will the good times, New Zealand. So will the good times.
Can you do maybe a beach analogy? Can you do that in sort of surf terms, like to catch that
sometimes
great wave?
a wave will crash over your personal burn, but that's life, and the tide will recede again.
the hell?
Or
is
to
that?
get a great wave, there needs to be a few rips once in a while.
Yeah, something like that.
What
That'd
about
be
if
good.
the tide goes out? It's got to come in again.
That's a good one.
That's good. But
Well, if the tide comes in, it's got to go out sometimes.
Yeah.
okay, let's just go.
Twice a day.
Let's just go to the ads or something. Else.
Daily Bhuja with KFC.
Foo Fighters there on Daily Bhuja. God, I was getting a massive headache and I couldn't figure out why. It's my hat was too tight. I take my hat off, my headache's gone. Just like that.
How do you not fall over more?
I don't know. I do fall over quite a lot,
Simple
actually,
solutions to simple problems.
Yes, indeed. Now, listen. Radio Hodak is stoked to announce the return of Biffy Clyro Tuesday, April 24th at Spark Arena in Auckland. Tickets are on sale now. So if you want a couple of tickets to Biffy Clyro next Tuesday, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki. Love to hear from you, and we'll give those away, Lee Hart, just like that. Boom. Doesn't your partner work at Spark Arena now?
Yeah.
So does that mean you get crap loads of free tickets and stuff?
Well, I don't want to say that on air or anything, but it could a little bit. Yeah, it's been interesting.
Great. Let's talk to Wilfred. G'day, mate.
Mate,
How you going, Wilfred?
I'm bloody good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. What's going on your way home from work, obviously?
Just heading home, mate. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
And what do you do, Wilfred?
I'm a boat builder.
Oh, okay. You build a few skiffs and stuff?
Few skiffs, few bloody, few yachts, few launches. You name it, I build them, mate.
Do you do ribs?
Sorry.
It's not a restaurant, mate. It's a boat builder.
Do you do ribs?
I can build you a dinghy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Wilfred.
Can you do a clinker built boat?
I can build you a clinker boat.
Beautiful.
Carvel planks.
Tell me,
Plank.
Wilfred, is us winning the America's Cup, does that mean anything? Is it a boon for you guys?
Well, actually, I'm also in my final year of my engineering degree, so I'm actually looking forward to that because that could be in my frame of view.
You could be coming up with a new design for the winning America's Cup boat for us.
That's me, mate.
Genius, Wilfred. That's genius. So, mate, you like to go and see Biffy Clyro?
I'd love to go and see Biffy Clyro.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate, you're going to do that then. We'll get the tickets out to you. Go and see them next Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
No worries, buddy. You have a great afternoon. Thanks for listening.
Ribs are rigid inflatable boats, something I picked up
Oh,
on the
those,
yachts.
okay.
on
Just
the
the way you
yachts.
said it. You know, the last time I heard that phrase, I was sitting in a all-you-can-eat restaurant during a happy hour, and they, do you do ribs? And they said, yes, we do ribs. And then the next conversation was, how many ribs will I get for the $14? This kind of thing.
If you're not a yachty, you don't really understand that kind of...
I was thinking condoms.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you, well, this is a good example. This is a three-man show, right?
Yeah.
I chuck out. We could do this as a regular section of the show every now and then. Chuck out one word, and the first thing that comes to mind. So if I said ribs, you would go
Boats.
I would go ribs from a restaurant, and you would go
Condom.
interesting.
For her pleasure.
Or for your pleasure.
No, it's for her, isn't it?
You wear them inside out, then, eh?
So you're gonna be taken, babe.
Bhuja with Lee and Jace on Radio Hodaki.
That was live on Daily Bhuja. Does that sound like REM to you? Sounds very REM-ish to me. What's the name of it? Michael Stipe? Was it Stipes? Who was the Stipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost identical. It's not the same guy, is it? Could you research it for me, Maddie?
Can I just follow up on something we were discussing a little just moments ago?
Sure.
About words that come to mind. We got talking about condoms and ribbed condoms.
Yes.
And I suggested that you wore them on the inside out, the ribbed condoms, for your own pleasure.
Yes, you did
Apparently
suggest
that
that.
doesn't really work.
No.
It doesn't?
Well, not in my case. No, it didn't work. No, I didn't. It was just
Because
a
you
bit-
would have done that even by mistake. I mean, it's very hard to put it. 50% of the time a condom does go on the wrong way around, doesn't it?
Well, it shouldn't do because
Well, there's only one way you can put a condom on. I mean, it's not like you can put... What are you doing with them?
you'd be unrolling it the wrong way and it wouldn't work.
Did you never do the thing at the sex education class where they rolled it down the banana?
Did the priest make you do that?
No, the priest didn't, but someone did. Did you not do the condom banana thing? They're very tricky, though. It is very tricky.
I remember the woodwork teacher doing something with a condom, but I don't remember that. No.
The only thing that annoys me about condoms is they're very admin heavy. You know what I mean? And often the way they seal them up, because they need to be properly sealed, is bloody bugger. You know, you're walking around the room with an erection trying to find a pair of scissors. You know what I mean? It's not a good look.
Now, that's a dangerous little combo, isn't it?
Exactly.
And also, I mean, you get them out often, like, you get them out of a vending machine or something on occasion. I mean, wouldn't it be easier? And then you've got to take out the wrapper, take the thing out, somehow put it on.
The condom out.
And wouldn't it be easier to just stick your penis into the machine and it puts it on in there?
Like a shukum, like a vacuum, sort of fukum.
But then again, these machines tend to be in train stations and stuff like that, so it's not really, you know, you don't want to be
appropriate.
Yeah, no.
You can't run out of an apartment or something and run down to the nearest gas station to the nearest condom machine. Put that on. No, that's a stupid idea. Unless you got the machine at home, of course.
You know how I used to make homebrew? You could use I used to put, you know, the proper caps on the bottles.
Yep.
One of those sort of little plunger things. You could put that on. You could put a condom on there and just sort of plug it down.
I don't know if I'd feel safe, but they...
well, it's just a thought.
Yeah. Imagine that. You've got this machine beside the bed on your bedside table. Your partner will be going, how many women do you sleep with?
Here's The Cure.
Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt. Bhuja. Till 7 tonight on Radio Hodaki.
New one there from Imagine Dragons on Daily Bhuja. Now, I just want to make sure, because, of course, it's the Killers tomorrow night, Lee Hart. We've been told, and you too as well, of course, Maddie, that we're going to be interviewing the band before the gig. Has that happened yet? Has that been locked and loaded? Because I don't want to turn up backstage at the Killers and find out that, oh, no, we've never heard of you guys, and look like an utter tool.
Telling all your friends and stuff, oh, yeah, you go to the concert? Well, I'm interviewing them before the concert.
Yeah, totally.
And then you sit down, how did it go? Well, it fell through.
Yeah. And that
Come
righty...
back with some chips or something.
That righty you gave me to pass on, that's not really how it works.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
Yeah,
No, I think only the band.
The band gets the rider, not the people interviewing the band. So you can't say, I want a bottle of champagne, dozen beers,
did you see the list?
M&Ms.
Don't they have a rider for the Junos and the Musos?
No, they're trying to get you through there in about 2.5 minutes. They don't expect you to have a
Well, actually,
rider.
that's the other thing I wanted to clarify. How long have we got with the band? If we
I think
have
it's
got
going to be
a
about 5 minutes.
We only need 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, that's
Tell
true.
them
So we'll go there and they'll go, you got 5 minutes, fellas. We'll go, that's all good, mate. We'll only need 2.5. We'll be back in 2. And we'll just go for a wee, have a bit of a beer. We'll be back in 2.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Talk among yourselves. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of which, talk among yourselves. We will be back in a minute.
You're on, Jace.
Hell of a... Well, you got to let Jeff have that last little bit there, Matt.
Oh, right.
I mean, that's beautiful.
That is.
What a voice. What a voice. Tom, can I have a word, please?
Oh, I don't know how we're doing this here. Hold on.
G'day, mate. How you going? You good?
Yeah, good, Jace. How you going?
Thanks, mate.
That's good. You can head back now, Tom. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Tom.
I wonder how many in terms of, you know, because what was Jeff Buckley's father's name? Tim.
Tim Buckley, yes.
I was just trying to think of other sort of father-son sort of combos, but I can't off the top of my head. If you know any, text us on 3483.
Neil Finn.
Oh, yeah, Neil Finn and
Liam
Liam Finn, of course. That's about the only two I can think of.
Should I call Tom back in?
Yeah, Tom, can I have a word, please?
G'day, guys.
Tom, we've just been talking about father and son, or mother and daughter, no
Or
less.
mother or daughter, yeah, nice.
Musician. Neil Finn, Liam Finn.
Liam Finn, yeah.
Can you think of any others off the top of your head?
Neil Finn and Alroy Finn.
Yes.
Well, you kind of just taking the same one.
How about non-Finn related ones? Perhaps, well, there's John Lennon and Julian Lennon.
John Lennon, Tom Lennon.
John Lennon, Sean Lennon.
Sean Lennon.
Is he a musician?
Yeah. But not obviously the commercial success of John Lennon. Julian Lennon had a bit of success.
Bob Marley and...
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Thanks, Tom, by the way. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys.
course, you've got musicians like John Bonham, Jason Bonham.
Yeah, there you go.
Who you're going to be chatting to, I think, next week.
Hopefully, yeah.
Son of Led Zeppelin drummer who tours around doing Led Zeppelin type shows. Very good drummer. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering. It just sort of just got me thinking, actually, that's all. Tom, can I have a word, please? How are our prizes going in terms of people receiving them? Are they going well?
Yeah, they are. They are.
You're getting good feedback on that?
Yeah, quite a lot of texts. You probably see the texts coming through there. There's a lot of stuff.
And any numbers? Can you get us any sort of graphs for the next couple of days of, what would you call that? Gift stats.
Yeah, we've got it up to it's about 63% likely to get to people. That was up from 46 before I was here.
Make that real for me. So I'm a listener.
Mm-hmm.
I win a prize, perhaps from Name That Tune or listening to the Bhuja Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
I win the prize. You tell me it's going to come. You're telling me it's got 63% chance of arriving.
No, 63% of the prize actually arriving.
63% of the prizes will arrive.
Yeah.
So what, they only get 63% of the prize?
Yeah, 100% going to get there, but 63% is what we're...
a little confused there.
I see.
And how long will it take, though? You got numbers on that?
Well, it's 50% chance that it sort of will take 1 to 2 days, and then sort of another 50 that'll take over a week.
Okay, so there's 50% chance that it's going to take more than a week for me to get 63% of my prizes.
Yeah.
Or for 63% of the prizes to actually get out there to the listeners.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
So 33%. So 37% won't get any prizes half the time.
Yeah.
Hold on. You're going to call him back.
Tom, can I have a word, please? So say that again.
So you're telling me that 37% of the people won't get any prizes 50% of the time?
No. Well, no. 0%. Oh, no, you've lost me completely, actually, to be honest.
Oh, just answer me this. The graph is going up. We're on a growth curve here?
It's a positive trend.
Great. That's all we need to know.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, mate. That's positive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
I couldn't tell you.
We've got a bit of royal blood now, have we?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Oh, we promised that we'd change the end, Lee Hart, and boy, we've delivered on that front, my friend. The old MASH theme tune, beautiful.
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go.
Now, listen, tomorrow's show, don't forget, we're going to be at Brew on Key Street from 4 to 6. So if you're in the area, just before the Killers gig, come on down, say good day, mate, have a beer with us. We'll try and get some food and platters sorted out, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if you are around, come and say good day, why don't you?
That's right. And a lot of people will be going to the Killers show, as you say. Great place to meet up beforehand. Or whatever. Doesn't matter. Great show. Not a bad show today.
Yeah, no, it's been good, man. It's been good. It's been fascinating once again going into your family history a little bit.
What happens when I do that? I'll get home and my mum or my dad will ring up and go, do you have to dredge up the family stuff all the time? That's kind of personal.
I get that stuff too.
Drag our family through the coals again. This is personal stuff. And I'm saying, look, it's just radio. People like to know this stuff.
Well, it's all part of the tapestry of that is your life, Lee Hart.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? It's what makes you who you are. So, I mean, I think it's fair enough to talk about it. Now, Matt, what's coming up in your show, mate? The Night Wolf. Love did not share.
Tell you what, out of high anticipation for the Killers gig tomorrow night, I'm going to play their first album, Hot Fuss, from start to finish.
Oh, good on you, mate.
At 8 o'clock.
Good on you.
Is that a new initiative, is it? Or you been doing that for a while?
Play a whole bloody album on a Thursday night. Why not?
Yeah, good stuff. Thursday.
If you can do it, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Yeah, brilliant.
So what do you do when you're playing a whole album? Just sit there, do you?
Well,
They
talk
pay you for
between
that, do they?
Talk between songs.
Oh, okay.
Sit there and enjoy it.
It would annoy me, I think, if you were talking between the songs, if you're playing the whole album.
Well,
I prefer to just listen to the whole album. It's...
Have you heard his chat, though? It's bloody good chat.
Oh, it is, but it's time and a place. You don't want to be chatting all the time.
Oh, yeah, but I've got little snippets of the band talking about it.
Oh, I see. So you're doing like a show.
He does prep and stuff.
Okay. Well, sounds interesting.
I'm going to tune into that, mate.
8 o'clock, Hot Fuss.
Hot Fuss.
From start to finish.
Right.
Sounds good, Matty. Hey, from Lee, myself, and the Night Wolf, you take care out there. Come and see us at the Brew Bar tomorrow. Until then, from us all on the Radio Hodaki Studios, Bhuja to you.
And if you are driving, if you're still on the road out there, heading home after work, stay safe, be mindful of others, and just get home in one piece. Answer that, Jason?
No, that's good, mate.
You sure?
Yeah, sorry, I tuned out.
Yeah, make sure you tune in if you're still in the car at 8 o'clock to
your show.
To the Killers.
Yeah,
Hot Fuss.
Yeah.
It was kind of wrecked when what I said was kind of what sounded good coming at the end.
You want to say it again?
Be safe out there, Kiwis. You know, it's a kind of a final message.
Yeah. Well, you asked me what
Good
I
on
thought.
you, Kiwis.
You asked me what I thought of it, which I thought was a little bit over the top.
I've got Biffy Clyro tickets too.
So you do need to get in. This admin is kind of killing the...
All right.
Godspeed, Kiwis, one and all. Yeah, that's better.
And you can get in the draw for the India trip tonight.
Can you?
Yeah.